Hello everyone, my name is Exalted One and welcome back to the fucking channel! Today, we are going over my top 5 resources available that I found to learn the game, improve your skills, and to find supportive members of the community. Starting us off with number 5 is going to be Reddit. Now, 2 in particular subreddits are going to be with Heroes of the Storm and with Nexus newbies. Both of these in particular with Heroes of the Storm as the subreddit, you're going to be up to date with all of the new information that's going to be released. Anything that's even talked about or heard about or rumored or just in speculation completely is going to be here and is going to be available. Absolutely get in and check out a lot of the different posts if you have not as of yet, though it's been growing pretty substantially since 2.0. Definitely hop in and check it out. And in particular, if you're a new player, there's a lot of different questions and answers that you can receive off of the Nexus newbies. So most of the topics here: learning the game, looking for tips, how to play melee assassins, social controls, all of these things that are available to learn for the game absolutely helps out tremendously. And there's frequently good content out from content creators to try and help newer players. Next up at number 4 is going to be YouTube and Twitch. So many good content creators are going to be on both of these platforms. With YouTube, you're looking through MF Pallytime, you're looking through Nubkicks, you're looking through Kyle Ferguson has some great content out. Bakery as well has a lot of great content available. And then with Twitch, you really change that up to a lot of the pro players in the scene that also stream. You also have very popular streamers like Chew8, with Moonfares, with Shrey, with so many others that are going to be available. Rich through the Korean scene. Very, very good players out in the community and can answer a lot of questions. Depending on what entertains you in particular, you can find something that's going to match up to that or has the content that you're going to be looking for. Whether you're a new player or looking to maximize when you are up in the higher tiers of play, there's always going to be something available to you and always going to be some solid entertainment. Now, getting to number 3, we have 2 in particular podcasts that are extremely useful, take viewer input, and in general help you progress and learn what is changing with the game and what that means for so many different heroes and what that means for the game overall. 2 that I found that do a fantastic job of this and have been featured multiple times through Blizzard themselves are Into the Nexus and Core. Now, Into the Nexus is through AMove TV /ITN or Into the Nexus. They have all of their VODs, all of their available information that's going to be made from the show, and that is with Garrett Weinzierl and Kyle Ferguson. Both are very, very good with input on the show and do a great job of covering the new content and everything that is going to change with the game. They have very valuable input, and Kyle Ferguson matches that himself with several different YouTube and streaming opportunities that you can join and learn quite a bit in that kind of mid to higher tier. They match up very, very well for this particular show because they are so varied in their ranks. I feel it's very valuable for their input, and they do have frequent guests. Jeff Kanata does join them as well and is a little bit lower, the resident lower league player that all of their input together, they learn and help that together and try and shift the meta or know where that's going to be going as changes happen to the game pretty frequently. Now, everything as well is going to be logged onto their actual site at AMove TV /ITN. Very, very valuable to listen to and have some also other good shows as well. The second to that is Core. Here's the Storm show. It's going to be from frogpants.com /core. And that's going to be with Scott Johnson, John Jagger, and Bo Schwartz. Very solid. They make it very more of an entertainment aspect rather than the 100% like information basis Into the Nexus. Very entertaining show, but does actually have a lot of good input from all 3 of the gentlemen on the show. They do have everything set up through SoundCloud, I believe, to listen to the latest episodes available on their site and multiple different options to be able to reach out and gain that value from their show. Very, very solid. A good listen all around, and every time that uploads every week, it is something to look forward to and something that you can actually gain quite a bit of knowledge from both of these shows. Now, next up at number 2 is going to be HOTSLOGS. Now, there is a bit of a really strong debate in the community right now whether or not the site is actually going to be extremely valuable. Partly because they've jammed it so full of ads that sometimes it can run way too many background processes to make it actually valuable to access the site or to have it available while you are playing the game. They jam everything and every ad that they possibly can into squeezing some money out of the game, but the overarching program is quite fantastic. Tracks all of your personal information that you can access your own account, view your different player base of your MMR through different levels of play, through Quick Match, Unranked, Hero League, Team League, your overall MVP percent. Very good statistics and metrics to be able to see. You can actually see what heroes that you've had recently, and this is all done by their uploader. So essentially you just upload the base information from your games of who you were playing against, basically what the result was, and all the hero damage, all of that. Pulls all those stats from those games and uploads that to the site and uses that as a community to together get statistics on hero win rates and where the heroes are performing in general and what builds most people are going for. Now, a lot of the builds are going to be broken in the way that they are displayed, so it's not the most reliable site. You can go to Heroes Fire or different sites like that that have those talent calculators, and another site that we're going to cover last on #1 spot that not a whole lot of people have heard of. But for heroes, or for HOTSLOGS, it is still going to be quite valuable to be able to see that. You can search by almost every kind of filter that you can think of, all game modes, particular game modes you're going to be looking at, and between just the last 30 days up to each individual season that was going to be played, with a minimum of 5 games for a hero to see that for most metrics. But you can see there's a whole ton of information that's going to be available for you to be able to see that, and you can just in general look at what heroes are performing. So as an overall arc for all levels of play, at the time of this recording, Probius is the highest hero with win rate of 57.1%, and that shows you the increase over the last few days, the last several weeks, and does show you what popularity each hero has or how many times that they're chosen in games, banned, picked, etc. So it is a very valuable tool, but do not rely on that to count towards your MMR, to say like, oh, well, according to HOTSLOGS, I'm this kind of rank. It doesn't work that way, and it's not 100% accurate, but it is a very good tool to be able to use and gives you a baseline for some information. And finally, with our #1 spot, NEXUSMASTER.com provides a huge amount of information available for you. Not one that's known very widely. Is basically no frills. There's not a whole lot here that's going to look all that pretty. There are some good icons, but they're just the basic hero art that does display for the game and through Blizzard. But you can sort through each individual hero. You can look through their talents, not only their talents, but information that's not really available other places. Your attacks per second, your range, your radius of those attacks. You have your hit points through each level as it scales. You have your HP regen, your attack damage, your basic and heroic abilities listed with the good tooltip and actually good display for each of those different abilities. It doesn't have the same talent calculator, but you can still see what is available and what is here to be able to find that for each hero. In addition to every hero in the game, you also have each map listed that you can sort by. Also, just in a general note and shout out to these guys, fucking really cool job with the way that this scrolls through with the map and pictures and everything like that. But you can look on a particular map. You have full notes when the tribute spawns from Cursed Hollow, when it respawns, the respawn conditions, more notes for that map to be able to help you get the most out of your game. Timings for mercenaries, the map images for those particular maps. Very, very valuable information. And even through to scaling for auto attack damage for different heroes at different levels. You can sort through and see who has the most HP at level 1. Well, right now that's going to be through Stitches is going to have the most at level 1 at 3,120 HP. And you can see, hey, well, let's check it out at level 20. Who's got the most HP at that point in the game as a baseline? Stitches is close, but Chen outscales him. And you can kind of tell that, and that's that really micro knowledge that you want to know going into some stuff. Or if you're that deep or you're a numbers nerd, kind of like I am in some degree, you will absolutely love this site. And finding out who has the highest attack damage for basic attacks with Tracer is kind of insane, with overall DPS being at 473 as a baseline for auto attacks, which is awesome to be able to see this and to have a visual for the different scaling and what heroes excel where in the game is pretty fucking outstanding. And they put a lot of work into this clearly for how it displays and how it feels. Not really a big frillsy kind of website where there's going to be a whole lot of different features, but the information that's here is gold. It is absolutely incredible what you can find on the site and what you can look through. And I've spent way too much time looking through this. And it helps to gather that kind of information, to have that available at the tip of your fingertips. But everybody, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that these different sites and resources help you out. They certainly have helped me over the last about year that I've been really looking for more content to consume as much as possible. If you're new to the channel, consider yourself accosted to press all the buttons below. Like, subscribe, all of that kind of crap. We absolutely appreciate it. And we will see you all next time. in the Nexus.